I'm going to show you how to cut projects larger than 12 inches by 24 inches with your Cricut Explorer Air 2. Let's get it. Alright, so we have Cricut Design Space open. So the steps I'm about to show you, you can apply these steps to any design that is extremely big. So in Design Space with the Cricut, you can only cut max 12 by 24 inches if you have the 12 by 24 mat. If you try to cut bigger than that, you're going to get an error. So I'm going to show you what you can do to pretty much cut it into pieces for you to be able to press it all together later. So we're going to start with something simple, but like I said, apply these same steps to any design that you have that is larger than 12 by 24. So we're going to go ahead and add text. So the font that I chose, it's already there, is the Athletic font. It is available on DaFont, and I do have tutorials showing you guys how to download fonts into here, so just go ahead and check that out on my page if you don't already know how to do that. So let's go ahead and add the text that we want. So I'm gonna do the recipe worldwide. All right, I'm gonna go right here to the letter space, and I am gonna add a little bit of space in between. There we go. Now, I already measured my design and how big I wanted it. So right here, we're gonna hit the unlock. That's gonna let us, do these individually without them being locked. So for example, if it's locked and I do the width at 55 inches, it's automatically going to change the height to match it. I do want this a little bit bigger, so I'm going to go ahead and unlock that, and we're going to make this, let's see what 6 inches looks like. Okay, that looks good. So we're at 55 inches for the width, and then for the height, 6 inches. I'm going to go ahead and add some curve because this is going to go on the back of a t-shirt, on the shoulder. So let's go ahead and see what 8 looks like. Cool. I like how 8 looks. Now, if you see right here, there is a red exclamation point. It's giving us that error because this is obviously way bigger than 24 inches, right? So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and add a shape. I'm gonna add a square. Let's make this a little bigger. Okay. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the square about right here, so after the C. So we're going to go right here. Oops. Let's go ahead and curve that a little bit. You want to make sure it's covering the rest of the text. All right, there we go. So now here we're gonna just drag this. We have to unlock it. So I hit this because you saw how I was changing the width and the height. With that being unlocked, we can now hit it like that. All right, we're gonna highlight everything, and we're gonna hit slice. All right, so let's delete this layer, and then we're gonna be getting 2 of these, so we can go ahead and delete one of them. And then this is perfectly sized. This will fit. So you can see that's this layer. It doesn't have an exclamation point. So now we're going to do the same thing with this one. So for this one, I'll probably cut it at the R. That looks about good. So we're going to repeat the step. Go ahead and add your square. All right. Remember, if you have any questions so far or any comments, go ahead and meet me in the comment section. I do my best to respond to you guys. And I just, you know, also really appreciate you guys, engage you with my content, you know. So, you know, shout outs to you. All right, boom. Now let's go ahead and highlight these and then slice, delete, delete, and there we go. So now we have all of our pieces right here. So we'll be able to cut them individually. This is going to be 1 cut, 2 cut, 3 cut, and then on the heat press we're going to do this you know, 1 by 1, probably, you know, 1, 2, and 3. So one thing that I am going to try to do is I'm going to put 2 of these on one mat, because I don't want to do 3 cuts. Actually, I'm going to probably try to put these on one. Let's see if it'll let me. Probably not. You know, I'm gonna actually end up having to cut it all 3 times. That's all right though. So let's go ahead and hit make, and there we go. We have 1, 2, 3. Make sure each one is mirrored. You don't want to forget that. And I am using a 12 by 24 for all of these. If you don't have a 12 by 24 mat, you can put 2 12 by 12 mats together. Keep that in mind. You'd probably just have to like tape it around this area. I'm gonna go ahead and send this to my Cricut Explore Air 2. I'm gonna be using Bluetooth. If you're using Bluetooth, then it asks you for the code to pair. It's usually 0000, 4 zeros. If your Bluetooth isn't connecting, because sometimes it's a little wonky here and there, just go ahead and use the USB that is provided and you should be good to go. So from here, we're going to go ahead and hit continue, and I will see you at the vinyl cutter. All right, so we connected via Bluetooth. So what I want you to do is make sure that your needle isn't dull, because if it's too dull, then it might not cut the vinyl right. You might be able to get away with cranking up the needle pressure a little bit if you have a dull needle, but you should be okay with iron-on plus. But like I said, if you have a dull needle, go ahead and crank it up to about light cardstock, maybe even light cardstock plus, which is 2 knobs past iron-on plus. But just keep that in mind. I want you guys to get the best results at all times. And then for the vinyl, we're going to be using the Recipe heat transfer vinyl. This is the only vinyl that I use, the only vinyl that I trust. It's available down below. The quality is flawless. You know, it lasts in the wash. It doesn't crack or peel. So make sure you guys definitely check that out. So let's go ahead and load this in here. We're going to hit the flashing arrow. There we go. And then you see right here, it's going to be flashing, but I'm going to go to the computer and hit 2 times speed so it can cut 2 times as fast. And then we will be good to go. So there we go. I hit the fast mode and cut it up. Let's go. So I'm going to go ahead and let this cut, and then we're going to go ahead and peel, and then we will go to the heat press. So I will see you guys at the next step. All right, so all of the vinyl is cut, so now we can go ahead and peel. One of the reasons why I like using the athletic font is because it's so easy to peel. There's not too many different parts we need to take out, you know what I mean? I use a lot of Old English, and that is a pain, especially when I've had to do like the rhinestone designs and all that stuff. Yeah, so I like using the athletic font or like Impact or just things that are really blocky. It makes, you know, everything a breeze. Now, I like to use tweezers when they're intricate designs, but some people like using that little like pick tool, and that works too. I just like using tweezers. There's no wrong way, you know, but On this part, I want you to just, if you're a beginner, always take your time. I mean, I can kind of peel a little reckless only because I know which direction to go in. But when you're just starting out, I want you to just be very careful, you know what I mean? Just so you get the best results. Also, I want to take this time, like to do this when I'm peeling vinyl, to just let you know that I appreciate you a lot, you know what I mean? You make it possible for me to be able to create content full time. So, much love to you. Let's see. All right. There's one. We'll put that to the side. Yo, also, I'm going to be putting my P.O. box in the description. If you guys want to send me stuff from your clothing brand, if you do, I will definitely post it. So, you know, check the description and then send me your dopest gear. And then also leave like a little note of things about your clothing brand you want me to, you know, discuss or say, you know, maybe like your mission statement or whatever it is. Maybe you want me to break down the garment, like the blank that you used or whatever, you know what I mean? The more information, the better. That way I could just give you the highlight on my platforms. So I'll be leaving that. I've been wanting to do that for a while. I see all these influencers always do videos of their subscribers sending them stuff. And those videos do well. I think a lot of people like to see the type of supporters that these influencers have. So I just want to start doing that with you guys. You know what I mean? Boom, we're on our last one. And then when we're done here, we are going to be heading over to the heat press so we can apply this. And then that will be it. And then, you know, let me know in the comment section what type of videos you know, want me to make or what things you want me to discuss or cover. Because I do plan to amp up the content, you know, the rest of the year. I want you guys to see me way more. And I have a lot of dope stuff planned for you guys. Things that you guys are going to be able to be a part of. So I'm really excited for that. The channel growth has been so amazing, you know, and I just can't wait to grow it even more, get this community popping even more. I eventually want to get my own little storefront here in Vegas. That way you guys have somewhere to visit, you know, while you're in town, you know, come support. All right, there we go. So I will meet you at the heat press. All right, so I preheated the heat press to 300 degrees. The heat press that I'm using in this video is gonna be a 16 by 24 Fancier Studio with the pull-out drawer. This is an upgrade from the 15 by 15 Fancier Studio that I had. I really like this one. I cover a lot of space, especially for projects like this where the design is pretty big. For this blank, we are going to be using an LA Apparel. This is a long sleeve. I really like the LA Apparel. What we're gonna do first is pre-press the whole section that we're gonna be using. And we'll pre-press each section for about 5 seconds or so, maybe a little more. So there's the middle part. All right. Remember to take your time, you guys. All right, perfect. So we're gonna start with this side right here. And I'm gonna tighten the pressure a little bit. All right. Boom. So we're gonna do this for about 10 to 12 seconds because this is regular heat transfer vinyl. And I did crank up the pressure a little bit, so it's gonna be a little bit more on the heavy side. I wanna evenly distribute the heat throughout the whole vinyl. So let's go ahead and press. All right. Perfect. I'm gonna give it a slow peel just to make sure that we're all good. There we go. And the reason why I like using this vinyl is because it doesn't have that like stickery feel. It really, presses nice into the shirt. So it just doesn't feel all thick, you know what I mean? All right. Now we're gonna do the next piece. And remember, you guys, if you like how this comes out, feel free to use it 100%. Copy this however you want. This tutorial is for you to use. There's no gatekeeping around here, so don't worry about that. I'm gonna do my best to keep this as proportioned as possible because I'm kind of eyeballing it. I've been doing this for a couple years. I can kind of eyeball it. If you want to make sure you're doing it all correct, just grab like a tape measure, you know what I mean? All right. All right, we're gonna do 10 to 12 seconds. Whew. Make sure while you're doing this, you have some AC cranked up or like a little fan because it can definitely get hot. Also, make sure you're drinking water because you don't realize how much, heat is coming off of here. Remember, peel slow. That way you're just kind of like double checking your work, making sure all the corners of the vinyl adhered properly. Because if you lift the plastic and you notice the vinyl's coming off, just, you know, place the plastic back down. For example, like if that was coming up, you just place it back down and give it another press. No worries, a few seconds and you're good to go. Yeah, perfect. All right, let me give it a little press. About 4 seconds. Just want to make sure it really adhered properly. All right, perfect. There we go. All right. Make sure there's no wrinkles under your vinyl. For example, there was a wrinkle right here. If I would have pressed it while there was a wrinkle, it would have like adhered to areas and there would forever be like a thick area of just fabric stacked on each other, and like it's just really annoying. So just make sure you're avoiding that for that reason. All right, let's go ahead and do 10 to 12 seconds and then we'll check on it. That's my favorite part about making these long form videos with you guys, is you guys get to, you know, see in real time basically how good this vinyl is. This is also an awesome way for you guys to support me directly, is if you guys, you know, purchase vinyl from the link down below. It is my company. I'm building it slowly. I've sent out a lot of vinyl to you guys already, and you guys love it, and I just appreciate you guys so much, you know. But there we go. I'm gonna lay out a blanket, or I mean a sheet, that way I can lay it out and you guys can really see how this came out. Let's get it. If you made it this far into the video, I really appreciate you. Don't forget to meet me in the comment section with any questions you may have, and also everything used in this video is down below in the description for you. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more tutorials like this. Also, my PO box is in the description, so you can send me some stuff for me to review. I'll see you next video.